In Connexion, macros are powerful tools that can help you more efficiently use this cataloging platform. They are different from the macros we use in Sierra at my work and most other ILS software, which you may use, which function much more like the text strings we find in Connexion. Instead of merely adding text to a marked field, they can run complex processes like searching the authority file, prompting an authority record template, or generating an ebook record from a print record. Many of the best connection macros are provided for free by librarian Walter F. Nickerson, which are all available through his GitHub page, which you can see on the screen here. Some of these are now provided as default macros in Connexion, so you'll find some of them in the OCLC macro book that should automatically appear in your version of Connexion. However, there are many more that you need to install yourself, so I'll show you how to do that here. Luckily, you can download and install Walt's entire macro book in a single click. Here's how to download all Walt's macros. Go to his page, which we're at, and what you'll see is a list of individual macros. These are all identified by the TXT ending. Browse authority. They all have names, which some are fairly obvious what they do, and others are a bit less clear. But he also has several macro book files that you can tell which ones they are because they end in MBK. The one we're going to focus on here is the Essentials macro book. So we're going to click into this and then click View Raw, which will automatically download this entire macro book to our computer. Once download, we're going to go to Show in Folder. You'll see this in your downloads. And we're going to want to transfer this into our Connexion macros folder, which can be located on your C drive. Go into Program Files 86, go into OCLC, go into Connexion, Program, Macros. So now you can drag the macro book that we just downloaded, Essentials, into here. I already have it, so I'm not going to overlay it. But you can just drag and drop it into here, and you will have the entire macro book that Walt has created in your Connexion client. You'll need to restart Connexion, and then you'll be able to access it. So let's see how these macros actually work. We'll go to Connexion. Here we are in just a completely random record. And we're going to first key map a couple of the macros that we just got so that you can see how to do that. So you go up to Tools and Key Maps. And this allows you to create a keyboard shortcut for anything that appears in Connexion's menu items, any character. So if you use a diacritical mark very often, you can create a keyboard shortcut for it. Any macro or any text string. That we have another video on text strings, and I get into how to use those there. So please check it out. It too is fascinating Connexion content. But right now we're going to talk about macros. So we're going to look in our Essentials macro book. And the two that we're interested in for the purposes of this demo are Browse Authority and Get Authority. So Browse Authority allows you to, by using a keyboard shortcut, look up the authority record for a name in a 1XX or 7XX field. And Get Authority allows you to pull the authorized form of that name into your bib record. So you can set your keyboard shortcut here. I have set this Browse Authority to Control plus Shift plus 5. But you can do anything you want here. We'll do Alt Control Shift X. And what it does is it will alert you to whether or not this already exists if the shortcut has been assigned to something else. This has, so we wouldn't want to use that. We're just going to stick with Control Shift 5 for that. And then for get authority, I've set it as Control plus Shift plus 6. You would enter that here and then hit assign to assign this. So we have these shortcuts set. And now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you use it. So we're going to go into this random record. Don't worry, I won't update the master of this. This is just for demonstration purposes. We're going to create a 700 with a personal name in it. So we're going to do Carrington Leonora, the artist. Now, by using the browse authority, I'm going to hit Control Shift 5, which we just key mapped to. And this runs a macro, which again searches LC authority file. We can then click in to the authority for this person, Leonora Carrington, and we'll see that the authorized form of her name includes dates. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to use the get macro by clicking Control Shift 6. And now you'll see it allows us to replace the form of the name that we had in the 700 with the authorized form of the name. And you could control that then. Ah, beautiful. So these are what macros can do. They can help you search things, they can help you bring records in, they can help transform records, they can do all kinds of really, really powerful things and save you as a connection user a ton of time. Uh, Now that you are a Connection super user, I think it's time that we all collectively thank Walt for his contributions to the macro ecosystem. And if you have any further questions about how to use macros, what are some good macros, what are some macros I use routinely or that we use in my library, please feel free to leave some comments in this video, to this video rather, and I will probably respond to them. Also, do not forget, this is critical, to hammer the like button and be sure to follow us for more riveting connection content and other metadata software and cataloging software here. Thanks for talking.